I have them into the computer. What? So your computer doesn't block it? I know my computer at work, we're on, well, I mean, you know, because of the way Art Network is set up, there would be no way for them to, there's no way I would be able to hide if I was watching a stream. However, because of things that are done at my workplace, not necessarily by myself, but other my coworkers, we do have to watch a lot of YouTube videos sometimes. We do have to go on social media a lot. But as far as I know, there would be no reason for me or any of my coworkers to go on Twitch, as far as I know. Now, that's not necessarily beyond the reach. Was that because we are? Yeah, yeah, of course. So yeah, but at my work, a lot of my coworkers, like in the specific room that I sit in at work, a lot of us will listen to music, listen to audiobooks, watch tutorial videos and stuff. So it's very common for us to have headphones on. It's not at all weird. So that part is easier. And Squedgecraft, I know for her, she knows that, and I'll let her know. I always let her know if I'm only watching or if I'm listening, one or the other, so that way I can kind of help keep track of what's going on stream at the same time, in case craziness happens. But again, she has other mods who are like so on top of it, which is great. And good morning, Silent. Have a good lurk. You know, get your work and money on, and same thing with Baked. And I don't know if anybody, I don't think anybody else here. I know Patch is not working at the moment, or well, she's prepping food for Friday. Um, and then Jasper, I think Jasper is just hanging out for vacation, and trucking is evening time. Trucking, I actually don't know what you do besides streaming. I think you go to school, right? Don't you go to school? And then White, I know, has weird hours. Like, I don't even know when White sleeps. I don't even understand. I know White, White, I don't think you came in yet, but I think when I get the cookies from Patch, I will open them maybe on stream, if time wise, if timing, of course, works out well. If I'm going to be streaming at that time when the cookies arrive to me, I might just streaming. Oh, okay, cool, works for me. Um, Always good to have you trucking. Yeah, so White, I might do an unboxing maybe. That would be interesting. I don't think any of us in our group does like food unboxings. Squatchcraft does show food on stream sometimes, especially when she's snacking. Um, and then good morning, Shadow Spartan, who's lurking because Shadow Spartan has to go to work soon. Thank you for the lurk. Well, I can't say Shadow to shout out himself. Patch, can you shout out? Um, can you shout out Shadow Spartan? I don't know if he's gonna leave his computer on when he leaves, when he goes, but yeah. And if possible, if you could shout out Silent Misery. And I know you're also doing work, so I know you're also doing work. So if you can't do it right now, that's okay. I will also, you know, try to get to it, and maybe I should write it down for myself just in case. So we can let's we'll write down. We're gonna do shadow to make sure we do that. You know what? A long time ago, I used to have really weird sleep hours where I could just, not really that I could just, but just because of how my life was some time ago, 20 something years ago, I used to have weird sleep patterns. And I got to a place where I would put myself at 5 hours of sleep. So that's what I used to do. And then as I got older, I realized my body can no longer handle that. So I don't necessarily need a full, like, I don't know, 8, 7 hours. It's more about the quality of sleep. That's what I need. I need good quality of sleep. And I am not a good sleeper at all. I'm not a good napper. I'm not a good sleeper. So any good sleep pattern I can get is amazing. Um, yeah. Okay. So, oh, she did it. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. Because I'm blabbing away, right? Okay. So, yes. For transparency, I wanted to show my some of my hoarding habits. And part of it is I feel like if I show you my hoarding habits, yeah, yeah, I don't think mods can shout themselves out. I think even myself, right? Isn't it? I cannot shout myself out. I feel like that's a rule. I could be making it up completely, but I don't know. It's okay. I don't need to shout myself out. So this is one of my collecting things, and in the grass patch, Mr. Patch and Patch's Discord, one of the frequents there, Link, Retro, oh not Link, Retro used to be his old one. No, it is Link Retro game. So Link on there, we kind of had a little quick conversation about hoarding notebooks because he found a meme about someone who purchased a notebook at Target. It was so beautiful, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to love it, and we're going to write amazing things just to get home to say, why would I ever destroy it and like mess it up and make it ugly? Or not ugly, but use it. It's so beautiful as it is. So that is me completely. Yeah, so I thought one of the nice things I can do, nice things, is to show hoarding habits. Yeah, shadow, silence, question, all set so anyone can shout it. Oh no, but we can they shout themselves out? No, right? Like, Patch, what happens if you try to shout yourself out? Does it like send up a little marker like you're not allowed to do that? Does it say that? Does it tell you no? I don't know. Okay, so let's look at my hoarding habits. I'm going to move my mouse out of the way, so sorry if. Oh, yes, she can. Awesome. Is that also a thing because I have it not set up to stop you? not, not that I would want to, please. Shout yourself out, especially if I'm talking about your channel and I'm busy or not paying attention and I don't shout you out. Um, I know, but definitely oh, it's an unspoken rule. Okay, so in my stream, if my mods want to shout themselves out because I'm talking specifically about your channel and I'm blabbing away. I'm just like chatting away and you want to and I, kind of be like, "Oh yeah, and then in Mr. Patch's stream that Patch streams on as well, blah 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 blah," and there's no other mod to shout it out. Mod, feel free to shout your channel out because I want to make sure that everybody else knows the reference of what I'm talking about. Especially what if I'm talking about a clip that's on Mr. Patch's channel of Patch doing something. You know, I want people to be able to find it, right? Um, like, there's a really good clip, and it runs through my head constantly that one day I'm gonna do this. There's a really good clip on Scrunchcraft's stream where she had painted something, and when she went to pick it up, it dropped out of her hands. And I think Trucking's the one who might have clipped this. It dropped out of her hands and fell back on her mat. Luckily, the paint did not get messed up, but it was just funny because the look on her face. And as soon as I think the stream was done, she had sent me a message about it and said, "Oh my God, look at this, what I did." I want you guys to be able to see it and enjoy that same clip as well. So feel free to shout out your channel when I talk about your channel and I'm referring to something about it. I'm okay with that. I am. So I want to share these things. I want to share people with people. That doesn't sound good, but I want to be able to share people with people. Okay. So here's one of my hoardings. No judging. Please don't judge me. I know you guys wouldn't. And if you judged me, it would be out of like laugh and funniness. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yes, I know. Self promotion is awkward. I know. But what if I want to talk about something funny that happened? It's not as funny if I'm just talking about it, right? Like one of the another clip that I thought was really funny for the longest time is one of Silent Misery's clips. where he got scared at something that was happening in the video game. And I've seen that clip so many times, and I did not know why he was screaming in horror. Because for whatever reason, every time I look at the clip, I'm looking at the middle ish of the screen just to find out what's scaring him is not where I was looking all this time. And I don't know, months and months and months. No, not bats. It was Subnautica. And it was when he was playing Subnautica. The other one where he's always screaming. Sorry, silent, sorry. Silent, sorry. Sorry, I'm calling you out like this. But I'm trying to make a point, a reference point. Sorry. I feel so bad. So, but if I'm telling you about it, it's not nearly as amazing as if you get to if you guys got to see the clip as well. It's yes, yeah, yes, Patch, the one where it got wrapped around, and for the longest time I could not figure out why. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's just maybe, I don't know, maybe something about Subnautica. I don't know. I don't, because I haven't played the game. I just watch multiple people play it. So, but it's the best, right? It's like, it's so hilarious in a way, and not hilarious because Silent is scared, but because of the matter at hand, right? Yeah. So if that happens and Silent, you didn't mind, people seeing your channel, feel free to shout yourself out or the clip or post the clip link. That's the other one. I believe all my mods can post links. However, I don't think I have links open to everybody. I can't remember exact settings I put on there, and not because I want to block everybody, it's because I'm a little bit nervous about this still. And I'm still trying to grasp. So I'm a little bit worried that chat is going to go zooming by and I have no idea what's going on. You know, but I'm sure at some point, definitely some non-mods that that I know well or work with a lot will probably get moved up to allow certain things if Twitch allows it. I don't know about those kinds of settings very well, obviously because I've always been on the chatting side only. Um, yeah, but definitely, I don't mind. One of the things that we do on Squishcraft stream is when she's talking about a specific product. I post links to the product because we get a lot of questions. Like in hers, there's always questions on what kind of marker are you using? What kind of paint are you using? It happens a lot with a lot of the makers. People always ask, what kind of Lego set is that? Stuff like that. So my mod should definitely be able to always post a link if you want. And, I'm sure some people who get moved up, will say VIP when that time comes that I can do that kind of stuff. If it ever comes to that, if I ever can. Definitely some people who I know are like pros at that sort of stuff. I'm looking at you, Truckin'. So, anyways, back to my hoarding. So this is a binder. This is a 12 by 12 binder, or to hold 12 by 12. So this binder is my journaling cards. So I get into this really bad habit of collecting journaling cards, and I'm actually going to probably turn it upside down because the flap is covering light coming into the room. So the words will be upside down. So these are my journaling cards. Not every page is filled. So if you imagine people who collect, baseball cards, football cards, Pokemon cards, they have little pocket pages that they put this stuff in. So I do the same thing. And I spent a day of my life sorting through all my journaling cards because I had them in stacks, I had them in bins and whatever. So I have it here. And because of the way I organize, I had to make sure, they have a specific type of order or reason. These are all slanted stripes going from color or thickness of stripes along the way. Chevron. I can move a little bit more this way because I forgot I have a lot of space on my left side. So chevron stripes, FYI, I'm not a big fan of chevron stripes, so I always try to find ways to use these because otherwise I'll just be like, ew, I don't like chevron stripes very much. Polka dots. again, polka dots are not my biggest, not my favorite thing. However, polka dots, especially this red dot polka dots, black dot polka dots, pink, they really remind me of Disneyland. So I can always, yeah, yeah, definitely like candy cane. Like, yeah, actually, some of these stripe ones are always used for holiday, or winter holidays, scrapbooking and, decorating, card making, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, but the dots, remind me of Disneyland. So I try to conserve my dots. Like, see, like look at this. Look how beautiful they are. When you have a nice set and I don't have a ninth one for my dots, but look at these dots. They're all the same size, and I just realized I didn't put it in Roy G. Biv order, so I'm probably gonna have to rearrange it to Roy G. Biv order because that's gonna bother me. But yeah, I don't have one there, so don't look of all of this. But look how beautiful they are. Perfect, right? Why would you want to use them when they look so beautiful in perfect order? So, see, this is where hoarding problems are, right? Oh, here, the big dots. I do have all nine. I have nine, not all nine, but nine colors. But look how perfect they are in their little pockets with nine colors covering every pocket. Isn't that beautiful? Why would you want to destroy that? Why? It looks amazing that way. And then, larger 4x6 was just kind of like a large picture size ones. And then we get to the theme ones. So, like the gratitude one that I already pulled out, I have another one that's in a different direction for the gratitude card. Yes, I don't. Okay, so yes, right. I don't have obsession collections, which I'm kind of proud of in a way. I go to a lot of, no, a lot. I go to many. I go to many conventions, like pop culture kind of conventions, and I know some people have a want to collect something that they're obsessed with. I'm glad I don't have that need. Um, so I'm really glad about that. A lot of the stuff that I collect are all functional things. They are things that are meant to be used to make something else. So, so for me, it's like I'm glad my collection hoarding is scrapbooking stuff, paper crafting stuff, because they are meant to be used for something. So I'm glad about that. And even though I don't necessarily use it right away, I know if I find the perfect picture to go with that journaling card or that scrapbook paper, I'll use it. I won't feel bad about that. The notebook is a little bit different because a notebook is one piece. You can't really take apart a notebook. Well, I mean, no, you can. You could technically take apart a notebook, take the papers out, and use it for something else. But a notebook as a one encompassing thing, that's a little bit harder for me because once I start using it, that's it. It's considered destroyed. so, so sometimes I try to buy cheaper, like Amazon or Target or whatever. I'll buy a pack of 12 notebooks, inexpensive. Usually the cover is just one of different colors, and I don't feel as bad. When I have nieces and nephews that want to do some paper crafting or just need paper or whatever, I don't feel bad. But some of the ones with really pretty covers is a little bit harder um, to do. Like my current journal that I'm working on, the cover was so pretty. Um, this was one that I don't have. Well, no, sorry, I'm gonna lie. Well, I'm not gonna lie, but I was about to lie. I was gonna say I don't have a lot of these, but in the realm of hoarding stuff, I do have a few of these kind of notebooks, these travel size notebooks, and this cover in particular, I was holding on to for a while because I thought it was really pretty and whimsical and lovely. So I didn't use it for a long time, but it got to a place where I was running out of the style of grid it had. It has this is dated, so I was running out of this style, and I decided to start using it. So I kind of start using them by the ones I think are the ugliest. So, not that it's really ugly, but unattractive to my eyes, and then work my way from there. So, hoarding. So definitely for this third stream, if anybody sees anything that catches their eye, I haven't pulled a card for my third stream. So if you see something that is stands out to you, or something that really says something about today, right now, what we're doing, stop me, let me know, and I'll pull it out for the third. And definitely, there can be multiple. That's also, that's also possible too. See, like today, favorites. If there was something that we favorited that we really like, let me know, and maybe I'll pull it out for scrapbooking the third stream. Yeah, so I'll do a little quicker flip through, but yeah. So this is my part of my hoarding thing. Oh, let me move it so you can see the other side a little bit better. So this is that. Those were all just words, kind of like I think the first pages were positive affirmations. As we move along, we move on to birthday kind of greetings. Some of the fun ones are, especially if you gave it to somebody or you're journaling someone's birthday or a child's birthday, so maybe journaling your child's birthday kind of thing. Little things about questions like, what did you do? Did you have cake? Did you have presents? Did you have games? That sort of stuff. So as we move along, see? So we're still on birthday, and then now we're just going to daily stuff, um, event, location, date. What do we do Monday through Friday? Maybe if you went on a trip and you wanted to take some journaling stuff with you. You can have these, you could stick it onto a journal, or if you bring your own that has little pocket pages, you could write down events, which is kind of helpful because sometimes you forget what day you did what when you're on vacation. So these journaling cards are helpful sometimes. So that's kind of why I'm using it for my stream. So we can, we can remember times that we're having together, right? We can remember those things. What else? Let's see. Move this a little bit down. And then we have sports sort of stuff. So my husband and my son doesn't really play active sports, but my husband is a football fan, so I can use this for when they go to football games, some of these sports ones. Of course, I have a lot of nieces and nephews. They all play different kinds of sports, so when family gives me their pictures for sporting events, I can scrapbook that. And then, here's a road trip section. That's next. Fortunately, some of these game ones, I can also use it for e-sport-ish sort of stuff. Yeah, so we have going on a vacation, going places. And then the next one we have is what used to be traditionally baby girl. But, I will use them for whatever I feel like. And especially some of them are, greens and yellows, and it could be for anything. Some of them have florals, so it doesn't even have to be for a baby. Here we are, some more dots that I left with it because it was part of this collection. Little, sweet things, twinkle, twinkle, little star, stuff like that. Another popular thing that people do is they put the months of with the baby picture. Like some people actually take a picture and put a month next to the baby and post it online, the live baby. And then some people just do it as a scrapbooking thing. And then the next set here, after the pink, yellow, and green baby stuff, is one of these sets I bought because of the color. It's just so pretty. I think it could just, it has everything. It has birthday, it's just positive affirmation, glittery stuff. So if Scratchgrass was here, glitter everywhere. Good morning, Brazen. Good morning, or good afternoon, actually, to you. Good afternoon, Brazen. Okay, Let's see if I can actually write this stuff on my own. Oh, there you go. I actually did it right the first time. So these are glittery, but the glitter is already on there, so they won't get all over the place because we can let glitter everywhere. Let's see, quality. See, glitter. Hey, Brazen. So, Brazen, we're showing our hoarding of journaling cards. So, we want to be transparent. So now we have the blues, greens, and maroon of baby. So we have that. That's what's next. And kids kind of stuff. So kids, like getting more into childhood stuff. And then, so we have another set that I'm hoarding that I don't want to use because it's beautiful the way it is. And why would you want to mess it up? So this one is a little bit more whimsical, wonderlust sort. Um, Not yet. Yes, the hoarding notebooks are going to come. Not yet, because my hoarding of notebooks is in multiple bins in my tiny craft room. So I have not put them all together in one place. I have my hoarding of notebooks in multiple areas. So at this moment, I do not know. It's not a big collection. It's not. Because one of my hoarding notebooks that I consider is also hoarding like notebooks. I guess it's like a notebook and it's not paper inside, but there'll be things like post-it notes or, not post-it note brand, but, sticky notes. I have that part of my collection of hoarding notebooks. So they are not gathered up yet. And when I gather that stuff up, it'll, come out. Now, I was thinking about this more and more, but I think my um, no, it's not. Well, the bins are not big, Brazen. They're not big. My bins aren't huge. They have to be, my bins have to be stackable. They have to be um, not huge because I can carry it around easily. And at the time, depending on what I was doing, it would have to be able to be in the garage, but in a really good bin. So, because I don't like having my paper stuff in the garage because of moisture. They're not a lot. It's just a lot of stuff, but not in a large thing. I think. I think. I, I'm saying this like I really know. I don't really know, but that's okay. That will happen. So that's why I did this one first because I was doing my scrapbooking stuff. I should get a piece of paper because there's going to be a lot of colors on screen. Let me get this one. Let me put it back behind it. Because this is my streaming journaling cards that I'm working on. So, for first stream, I had this one, right? And I wrote the information and highlights of the day. And, so anybody else who's coming in, these are my journaling cards I'm using for streaming because I scrapbook. And anybody else who's already here, sorry for the repeat. This is the one I pulled aside for the second stream. I have not yet filled out the information on it, but I did write myself notes about the second stream so I can fill it in. And this is my gratitude one. And this is the gratitude one I'm using, and I'm filling out the information along the way. I haven't fully decided on how this is going to work yet, so it is possible I might end up getting a different card for it. I haven't really figured that part out. So that's my gratitude one. And then, my little notes and stickers that I plan to use for it. And I thought since, like, we're talking here, no, don't worry about it, Patch, don't worry. Do what you have to do. Get that food ready for tomorrow for the picnic. Because, we don't want it to be tomorrow where everybody's all like, gosh, that stream prevented us from having some awesome food made by Patch. Go get that food ready. Okay. So yeah, so I thought this one, since we were chatting and talking, I thought this would be good stickers to put on some of the journaling cards. So put on pocket pages. So yeah, so if you see anything that stands out for the third stream, let me know in my journaling cards, let me know and I'll pull it out for the third one. You know, obviously it's kind of early, so not early, but like early in the stream. So what's the vibe, you know? And then the next set is kind of like a lot of gold, silver, wedding ish sort of stuff. Um, and, you know, pastel wedding colors for my journaling cards. You know, and it took a really a lot of not time, but like effort sort of time to put this stuff to put this stuff together, to put all these journaling cards in order, to look for all my pocket pages where it all fits. Like, so this set, it's for, you know, it's in wedding-ish information, love kind of information, but it's so beautiful, right? Why would you want to separate the collection? Today's adventure calls to me. Oh, today's adventure calls to me. Let me. Is that a journaling card that you saw? Hold on. Let me know yes or no. I'll go backwards to see. Um, today's adventure was okay. Um, today's adventure was. I. Are we talking about this one here? I'll wait. I'm not sure where the video is. There. There. Today's adventure was there? I'm paused here. Let me know if this is the one. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I got two of them. So, see, even though one is going to be used for today, I still have another one. So, I want to make sure. Yes, this is the correct one. So, see, we didn't break up the whole hoarding group. Good choice. Okay. Let me get a note and write myself that today, so third stream. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to pull that one aside for the third stream. Oh my god. But look at the pattern. It's so pretty. I love these colors. These are like, you know, some of my favorite color groups. You know, I know the dots are really, really tiny, so hopefully it'll come out. I'm using natural light again, so sometimes it might be difficult to see some of the colors, but um, yeah, but this whole autumn, you know, my favorite color is autumn. That's it. Okay, so this will be for third. Put that in there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And yeah, okay, so where were we? We were in wedding. Yeah, but it's just so pretty the way it is. But see, some of them, like one of them, even though this was part of a wedding collection, you know, oops, wrong way. You know, it says so grateful. Um, so it can be used for anything. It doesn't necessarily mean it's supposed to be for um, what's your main hand to write? My main hand is left for writing, but just writing. My main hand is left writing, and I have no skills in writing with my right hand. So see, journaling cards, just because it's part of a set, it doesn't mean it only has to go with that specific subject. We can alter it and change it, you know, that sort of stuff. We had Jasper, we had this big discussion about left hand, right hand, and all that stuff. Because, like, we'll say Patch, who is dominantly left hand in everything. I am left hand in writing, but I am dominant right hand for scissor cutting, for cooking, for throwing a ball. But if I try to bat or golf, left hand feels more comfortable, but neither one of them feels really good. Neither one of them feels right. Um, you used to be able to write with both left. Oh, writing and eating with left and right. Oh, you are. Are you fully ambidextrous, White? Uh, yeah, and I know for me, part of my right-handedness is my dad's right-handed. So when he was teaching me sports, he was teaching me just I'm not purposely teaching me to be right-handed in sports, but that just seemed right, just seemed correct to me. Because that's what I say when I bat, if I hold a golf club, it feels more comfortable to do it left-handed style than right-handed style. But when I kick a ball, I kick as if I'm a right foot person. When I go bowling, I'm right-handed. Um, so that's some of the weird things. But if I eat, I can eat left and right. If I grab a cup or a mug, I don't even notice left or right. I just pick it up, whichever. And I know some people it feels weird to take a cup in your left hand and drink with it, or right hand, I guess, depending on which is opposite. Um, so it's a little bit strange. I kind of do both, and some of them I don't realize. And conversation wise, we came up with a conversation sort of recently because I was, on Father's Day, I was eating with my sister and my mom and my dad, who are all right handed. And I was watching them cut their meat with a knife. And we had gotten to this whole conversation because in all of my life, I've never really thought about that particular thing with them. And so we were talking about how do you do different things. Now, the only reason why it's a little bit, I want to say different, say with my family in particular, is because my family are not, they didn't grow up in well, me and my sister grew up in the United States. My parents did not grow up in the United States. And where they're from, the majority of time, people use a spoon and a fork when they eat. Um, and therefore, your spoon is like your main eating tool, and your fork would be on your less dominant hand. So it was really interesting because we were talking about it. However, my mom is mixed nationality, so she was raised in her household to eat very U.S. United States style. So for her, compared to say my dad, who was taught a different way, they grew up eating different types of utensil styles, I guess, in a way. So it just never occurred to me for a long time until I was staring at them on Father, not staring at them, staring at the way they eat at Father's Day, and I was like, wait a minute, I just realized I don't hold a knife and a fork. If it's a knife, I don't use a knife and a fork like a right-hander. I use it like a left-hander. But if I eat with just a fork, I use it like a right-hander, which is really strange. It kind of confused my head for a second to watch them. So, yes. So let's see. Or is it right? Right dominant hand throws left. I don't remember. I don't really use my left hand. Yeah, yeah, and part of it too. See, like part of mine was also environment. Like I said, my dad, when my dad was teaching me to play basketball, when I play basketball and I do a layup like a right-hander. When I started bowling, I do bowling like a right-hander. I don't know if swimming has any kind of dominant thing, but um, I think if I swim, if I'm going for water, without putting my head up a lot, I'll tilt my head up, so leaning on my left side. I guess if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, White. So White, I'm curious. Is your writing look the same, left and right hand? Yes, brazen. My sister does the same thing. My sister will, she uses a fork. Okay, so when she uses the fork, it's with the right hand. But what she does with the knife, she puts the knife in her right hand. For her, and then after that, she'll move her fork to her right hand and use her right hand still. So to me, I guess in a way, maybe does that indicate fully right-handed person? I don't know. That part I don't know because I was not aware of that. I didn't, you know, it didn't occur to me. It didn't like. I was a little bit like, whoa! I never really sat there and looked. Um, you can make it look the same. Takes a bit more time with my left is legible. It's because you don't use your left to write a lot. Like you just out of practice. Because I could tell very much with my right hand, if I try to write with my right hand, the pencil doesn't feel comfortable in my hand. Um, and if I really tried hard, I can make it legible as well, but it really looks like, say a child who's writing for the first time. So it makes me wonder if I can be left and right handed in writing. My parents did tell me when I was little, and you go to kindergarten and you start writing, uh, something to the effect of the teacher kind of had told them, she needs to pick a hand. I guess because I was writing with left and right, I would just kind of go back and forth. And, way back then in the super early 80s, they try to make you conform a lot in schools. So my parents opted to not force me to use my right hand to write and kind of let me naturally pick a hand. And I naturally picked my left hand for writing, um, which is interesting because, yeah, I guess it was a concern the teacher had because I would take a pencil and go one hand this way and then another day do another hand, I suppose. And yeah, I kind of wore my parents. Well, she needs to pick a hand. So I did. So maybe that kind of explains why, you know, I'm left right handed comfortable on some things and not other things. So I don't know. Is there a thing as partially ambidextrous? Is that a real thing? Um, yeah, you know what? I have a divot in my finger too for writing as well, on my left hand, which is really weird. I mean, it's not as bad anymore because you never really write anymore. It's like sometimes I don't even know how to write when I hold a pencil. It's like, man, I gotta write more than two sentences. This is crazy. So, okay, now we're starting to get into a weird place. Squirrel. Okay, so back to our hoarding. So yeah, so a lot of, wedding-ish love and you look beautiful and let's celebrate and we're having the time of our life sort of stuff, which is a little funny to me with this set because a lot of the weddings I go to isn't this style of wedding. So a lot of weddings I go to is more party, you know, craziness sort of stuff. My family's a lot big on, dancing and music and, that sort of stuff. So this little beautiful elegant doesn't necessarily apply to my family lifestyle. Right? Exactly. Squirrel. Yeah. And then now we have seasons. So this was a pack that I got for seasons because sometimes you just need, a Halloween journaling card. Sometimes you go to the snow and you want to do a whole page and you need things with snowflakes on it. So I have journaling cards for that. Um, a lot of heart ones, which I don't really use a lot because I'm not into the, red lovey-dovey hearts. So I try as much as I can to find uses for them. That doesn't necessarily have to do with Valentine's Day, sort of stuff. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the typical red and pink and white color scheme, you know, so whatever. It might be one of those things where I have a day where I do, what do they call it? Destashing. You know, I destash and then, give away things to people. I won't say giveaways, but yeah, do giveaways. I have St. Patrick's Day, or, if you want to say March, because it's a lot of, flower growing sort of things, which goes into more pastel ones, which say Easter, Mother's Day ish, stereotypical kind of colors and ways. However, some of these Mother Day ones, or spring ish ones, does have some neat color styles. Like in one of my sets here, I do have some arrow and floral and sort of like large chevron patterns that I really like. But the color set, the color, I really like this style of coloring. Um, So it's definitely one of those I will hoard until I find the most perfect occasion to use it on. Um, yeah, because I really love it. It's pretty. Okay, see, we're almost done with the journaling cards that are in the binder. Not bad, right? It's not bad. See, like another cute one is, very, um, I want to say like, sunny, bright California ish sort of thing with a bicycle, with blue skies, kind of stuff. So this is another one where, I like it. And I probably would never use it until I have absolutely the most perfect thing to scrapbook with it or reason to use it. Or maybe I suppose if one of my nieces and nephews see it and they want it, then I would be like, sure, you can have it, but have a little bit of cry inside. So they have the same thing. They have bicycle ones, but with more darker colors, so it would be sort of like traditional stereotype Father's Day ish stuff, with the darker blues and darker greens. And then we have like our 4th of July ish sort of stuff, um, which, is good. It's like Valentine's Day because, I mean, I'm trying this month to use a lot of 4th of July ish stuff for all of July. I don't know. It's a little bit hard because it's really, I think of Valentine's Day and 4th of July just a very single holiday because July feels like summer to me. So in our next set, we have all the summery kind of stuff, the beach, popsicles, sunshine, and for those of you who know, I'm in California, so I get quite a bit of sun year round. Um, so this is always beneficial for me. I have a tendency to go on vacation to warmer places, so it's really nice. Like another card I really like, and I don't know again if I'm gonna ever use it for anything, but the appeal of this one to me, the color and the style, and like, see, I'm glad I have multiple of this card. So if I had a reason to use this, that would be like, you know, I would use it. I mean, I would just never use it just because. Like, I would never use it as scratch paper, I guess a good way to put it. If I really didn't like the designer color, I would use it as scratch paper. But if I would never use it as scratch paper, then I know I love it and I'm going to hoard it forever. See, I have standards, right? I have standards on my hoarding. I just don't hoard just because. I hoard for very specific reasons. See, all very summery, and then we go to a back to school time. So at some point, if I, find pictures of my son when he was going to school, I would do that. Um, and then we start moving into fall colors, back to school, fall colors, and then into Halloween. And Halloween's always like fun to decorate stuff. And autumn is my favorite color. So like this print, let's see. This one I have multiple of. But this tree style print I have for fall, I love this one. And I don't really know if I would actually use it. On the back side, there's, journaling lines so I can actually write stuff. But I don't know if I would actually use it because it's just so beautiful. I would actually probably do something more like put it in a little picture frame. Oops, I made the camera shake. Stop moving, camera. So that's that one. If I can even open up my slot. Here you go. And then we're moving into Christmassy stuff. Oh, and then I have my other slot of not necessarily holidays that I don't, full on celebrate. You know, like one of them I actually have this. Too bad Alexa's not like Alexa, Dusty Pink Unicorn, and Patch. I have a Canada Day journaling card. Oops, wrong way. Upside down. I have a Canada Day journaling card. See, and I even have a big, larger size journaling card. So, I mean, a large size journaling card. My family did go to Canada a long time ago, so I can use it for that, I suppose. But yeah, the Canada Day journaling card. It might be one of those things where I'm gonna have to, do Happy Mail for one of my send has some Happy Mail to one of my Canadian friends, my Canadian streaming friends or something. Maybe do a trade. Yeah, so see, some of my sets even have just a range of stuff. And my Canada Day was the other day. I think I told my Canadians. Oh, I did. I know Patrick. Happy Canada Day. And I think I was talking to, or actually, I was on watching someone stream Alexa online. I was actually on her stream during Canada Day, so she had a little Canada Day stream before she went out. I think to watch, or I don't know if she did watch the celebrations and stuff after. So yeah, so see, that's one of my hoarding things. And then as I was like cleaning up a little bit, I did find other journaling cards that I had not put on because they were still in their sets, um, like this one. But part of it is some of the other sets I have, I don't really want to take it apart because they're not, I mean, they're themed. No, they're not themed. This one's like a humorous one, the first set I have. So they have funny little things on it. And I've used it for other stuff already. I have used this one, different parts of it. But, you know, these are kind of more things where maybe if I go on break, I could have it down so you guys can see it. Something interesting to look at, sort of stuff. But at some point, this is going to fall apart. The package, or, the glue is going to come apart, and I'm going to have to put it in a binder. I have these other ones. Same thing. I have multiple sets. This one has really pretty colors for some of the sets. Technically not the only planet with chocolate if we replant cocoa beans on other planets. Yes, I agree. And I suppose it has to get to a place where the cocoa bean actually has to become a cocoa bean. Otherwise, would it not be the only plant that has chocolate, right? I guess in a way. Because otherwise it'd just be a plant. I wonder. When does chocolate become chocolate? When it's actually manufactured into chocolate? Oh, now I'm wondering. I guess, right? Because if you plant a chocolate, if you plant, not chocolate, if you plant a plant that has cocoa beans, but the cocoa beans aren't actually manufactured into chocolate, then that planet wouldn't actually have, wouldn't be a planet with chocolate yet. Does that make sense? Is that right? Hmm. Good question. We need to find an answer for that. So this set is so pretty. I don't think I've, oh no, I have used some pieces of this set. This last set, yes, because I know I used some of the stickers for an album I made for somebody. And like, see, some of these sets are so pretty. Like, why would you ever want to use them? And just, why not just hoard them forever? Yes, exactly. It would have to be processed. So we can plant plants on another planet, but if it requires to be manufactured into something, it wouldn't be the actual thing yet. Yes, the chocolate powder and then mixed with sugar. Oh yeah, mixed with sugar, water, all that other stuff to make chocolate. Even without sugar, I think it's considered chocolate. But look at how beautiful these are. we can never use it. See, like this. Because everybody, I can do anything. Let's tell ourselves that. We can do anything. And this one is way too big. This one is not going to go in a binder. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Because I might be able to find holders. Maybe 8.5, 11 pages. Because this one is huge. But again, why would you use these? These are so beautiful as it is in a collection. I might have used maybe one or two at this point, but I've had this for like at least 5 years um, for this last big set. See, it's so beautiful. Oh, see, I did use one. Good job. See, I'm not hoarding everything. If I find a reason to use it, I'll use it. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. So that's my hoarding for today. So now you got to see them. Use them all. I will. I will. Like one of my retirement goals. Like when I retire, I can scrapbook all kinds whenever. Um, I know. See, exactly. So it's no longer complete, and once I'm able to use it for one thing that I really want to use it for, then I feel better about using the other pieces. It doesn't mean that I will use them right away, but then I'll be like, look, the set is broken up. Yes, I can, just not right away. I can use them very slowly over the next 30 years of my life. And since they're made on quality paper, they will last a very long time. So there's no rush. Stop forcing me! Okay, I gotta put this down somewhere where it doesn't destroy something. Okay, I'm gonna take a really, really, really quick break, drink some water, and move this into another place because I don't want it to mess up where I was about to drop it on. So, what we can do is, right, no pressure, no pressure. We're really pressuring you, but no pressure. Let's look for something we want to. Oh, here, this is a good one. Let me put this on here so you can stare at this for a minute or two while I move this heavy, 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 super heavy binder out the way and drink some water. I need water. And as Silent would say is, I have water. I'm not even going to try to say it the way he says it in his cool way. Okay, since we got it working, did you guys want to play bingo while I drink water and move stuff around to go on to the next thing? Is that cool with you? I know, I'm about to go get, I got water! At some point, if I become affiliate and I start doing little sound thingies, I'm probably gonna have to steal silence notification in some way. Silent, you should totally have it. You would have like money. Oh my gosh, we're doing 5 points. Woo! We're big spenders today. No, that's fine. We could do 5. That's fine. That's fine. I have plans. I have plans on what to do with those points. I don't. No, I only been doing one before because it was like a little bit, I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Sort of stuff. So I dropped it really low. But I have goals. I have goals with these things. The only thing is, I don't know how it's gonna run. I don't know how my non-crafting people would feel about some of my redeemed stuff, but that's okay. So if you're watching, there is a bingo that's up. It's using the Twitch global emotes only. Feel free to drop an emote in there and see who wins 5 points. The 5 points is going through Stream Elements, I believe. Yeah, and it's only for the Twitch Global emotes. That's what's counting, and it's looking for the correct one out of the whatever 200 something something. Okay, I'll pause for a second, clean up my mess over here, and drink some water. I feel like bingo is way harder than it looks. I really thought that I was like, well, this bingo looks like it's going to be easy, but for what, the 3 or 4 that we've done now, it seems really hard, doesn't it? Is it my imagination? Like, are we? Is it? Anybody who just came in at this moment, we're playing the Twitch Bingo. And I mean, not even Twitch Bingo, it's actually Stream Elements. So under Stream Elements is the bingo, people have gamble or slots. Um, and the emotes that people are dropping in is the Twitch Global emotes only. And right now we have the wager as 5 points. So the 5 points, I believe my points thing is up, so you can see your points. And I think we have the leaderboard already up, if I remember correctly from before. Yeah. Um, so at some point, when I, really get used to doing this sort of stuff, it is like chaos. Um, so when, I kind of really get into it, and also too, when I get used to streaming or have made a decision that this is, wait, have you, how did, oh, I was like, oh, I see. I was like, what happened there? Oh, it's a time command. Um, oh my gosh, still nothing. Wow. So we're obviously missing the only one that we haven't done yet, I suppose. um, but yeah, oh, and also too, I just remembered, and Patch, you might remember this since you were here at the other ones. I should have written down who won, right? I should have written down who won on the other bingos. I think Patch won twice, if not once. And I'm sorry, I didn't think about that until now. Let me get a scratch paper. Oh my gosh, seriously, nothing yet. So I feel like we're not very good at finding emotes. Let's see. Does anything happen if I try to do it too? It's not gonna block me. It just I don't know if it'll record my thing. Because isn't it Stream Elements and yourself is blocked a lot often? Look, there's a Butterfinger one. That's a new one. Eat glue? What? Did I say eat glue? Is that what Cece was saying? I'm eating glue. Did I miss something? No. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, eat better gluten free. I have digestive problems, and reducing my gluten intake is one of the ones that is beneficial to myself. Oh wait, patch one. That's a long break. But it's good. At least I have an idea since it takes so much so hard. Um, you know. Wait, how does it say patch is the top spammer? Oh, I see, because second and third. Why does it have patch two times? So which one was it? Oh, it's one of the hearts. Non-binary pride. Ah, okay. So wait, I don't know. Okay, if anybody remembers. So on the first one, who won the first one? I think Patch won the first one. Um, oh no, no, no. Sorry, the first one we didn't have it working. The first one I don't think we had it working yet. So not the first one. So the second one, because remember we didn't know what the command was to use. So the second one. The second one I think we did it two times. And I think Patch won one. And who won the second one? I don't remember. Does anybody remember who won the second bingo that we did? Okay, so number 3 is Patch. Oh, you know what would have been nice too is if I knew which emote won. Because then I can try to put it in there. So non-binary. Maybe I'll jot it down just in case I do want to add it in. But since I don't remember what we did for the first one. Non-binary heart. Okay. You, why you have 30 because you made me cry. I think it was because of the tipping. I think that's why. And oh, 6 whole minutes? Was that 6 whole minutes? Uh 32. Ooh, third. Wait, so who's first? I it might be Patch because Patch was here. She's been here for all 3 streams, pretty much from the beginning to end. Because you know how it's one of those also if you're because I remember Patch had said it on Mr. Patch's stream that you get for being in chat or in stream like watching you get points as well. It's not just by the gambling because I thought it was just by the gambling, but she said no. You also get points for being here. So who was the thing? Let's see, where were we at? So Brazen is 3. And who is, let's see, Jasper 16. And what was White? Hold on, let me go scroll back up. Oh, no. Where was, I thought White, you did it. Oh, White is 5. So maybe Silent? Silent might be 2. If not 1. No. Silent might be 1. Sorry, I'm a little afraid to look at the leaderboard because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up what I have going on. That's why I'm just kind of guessing. So, oh, Patch is number 1. Oh, and Silent is 2. Really? I thought Silent was going to be 1. So, I'm a little surprised. So, I mean, not that I'm surprised for that kind of reason because Silent is supposed to be 1 and Patch is supposed to be 2. But I'm thinking about the point gaining. Yeah, but I suppose I have to remember to look at stream number 2 to find out who won the other because I think we did bingo 2 times. Remember, we did the first time to test it. Yeah, Shadow should be number 4 because Shadow is not always here. Shadow is at work. And then the other day, Shadow was also asleep, I think, or streaming. I don't know. Shadow was doing something, but I remember he could not be here. But Shadow definitely. Oh, you know what? He might have left his computer on. If Shadow left his computer on, he might still be here. Let's see. Oh nope, Shadow is in here. He's just not technically here. He's at work. No, but it's because of different things that Silent had done. So it might have kind of moved him up in the rank a little bit faster than expected. Um, yeah, and I'm trying to come up with good ways to redeem. So I could be wrong. Again, I have not looked at the leaderboard. I've only looked at it, I think, after the second stream to kind of get an idea of how it's supposed to look. And also, too, I went on the leaderboard because I wanted to see the bots that were high up. Because obviously, you know how the bots that are in everybody's stream is ranked up pretty high. So I removed the bot, or I blocked the bots, or what did I do? In Stream Elements, I blocked the bots from getting points. And then I dropped their points to zero. So the bots are all at the bottom. So, whatever other day, I'll take a look again to see if there's any bots who have accumulated points above actual real chatters. And then I'll block the bots and bring it down. And an FYI, what I use is I'm using a third party tool to look at the common bots. Trucking Mad actually is the one who sent a link in Squudgecrafts in our mod chat for us, so we're able to take a look at that. The tool works really really good. I tried it and I went on it really quick and kind of just like went back and forth on streams, and I was like, oh my god, this is so easy. So I was able to block some of the bots from getting points on Stream Elements. Extremely helpful. And yeah, so trucking, yeah, thanks for that. If you're interested in it, let's see, let me try to think of a way to put it. Trucking, I don't know if you're still here because I know it's getting a little bit late for you. Well, I mean, you seem to be another one where I wake up in the morning, you're awake. Later on in stream, you're still there. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'll try to gather those. I don't know if you want to send me a message, Brazen, which one are you using? And then, I could try posting it. I think you've posted it, right, on one of the Discords? I know I've seen two of them on a Discord. And I know Trucking did one, and I think on Prairie Storm Family, you guys also did one too. Oh, you know what? It might be the same one. That sounds the same. Okay, I'm gonna open up a tab. So if I totally mess up, luckily stream is running through my phone, not the computer. But if I mess something up, I'm really, really sorry. But let me see. The one I'm using, yes, it's the same one. So I'm gonna post it here. Okay, so this is the one that I'm using, that Brazen and Trucking had sent before. Did it use a 10.5 gram doing nothing? You don't have any other tabs open? Is that like not common for your computer? Um, okay. I know, but what if you had something like important to do in the morning and you went to sleep early? You know, you never know. But again, I totally understand trucking if you have to, go to bed at some point. Um, yeah, so yeah, that one I used. Trucking had introduced it to Squudgecraft stream. I checked it out, and yeah, again, I remember like I was Brazen, who also posted one, but I didn't realize it's the same site. But yeah, it was really easy, and I was able to drop the bots and move them down to 0 points ish or something like that. Um, so that way, everybody who does the exclamation points and exclamation leaderboard, they really do get a better understanding of where they are in the rankings, because it's a real competition. Oh my gosh, 27. Wait, that's a lot. That's like when I go to work. I have like 100 tabs open sometimes. And I always wait for IT to call me to tell me, can you close some of your tabs? You're using all of the all of the space. And they haven't yet, so whatever. Um, yeah. Right now, oh, see, I have two. Let me close that one. And actually, I have three because I know I have closed caption. Um, and yeah, if closed caption stops working or something, let me know and I'll try to fix it. But no one has said anything, so I guess closed caption is working fine. Um, so yeah, I gotta figure out bingo winner. Okay, so that's that one. Let's put it in our pocket page as a reminder for ourselves. Convenient. And then we can move this up here. Is anybody else at work right now? Why, Brazen, are you at work? Oh no, Brazen, you are not at work because Brazen, are you feeling better? How are you feeling? How are you guys doing? I think you and Barber was not feeling well as well. Are you feeling okay? You're not worse, right? And White, White, you usually work at night, from what I always gather, because you always say, gotta go to work. Unless you are at work too. And then I don't know. I don't think you work from home. Don't you usually go to an actual business office building or something? Yeah. So, I think it was on the first stream. If you were on the first stream, and I don't remember if I worked on it on the second stream, but this was an album that I had made some time ago, and I was hoping to kind of work on it again. If you were not here for the first one, and this is, and we're talking about like 3 or 4 years ago, I made this. It was before pandemic, so it was before shelter in place. So possibly 2019 and possibly 2018. I can't remember exactly. But it was an album I had made really quickly because someone needed to put some crafting stuff. Yes, working third shift. Okay. Um, yeah, but anytime. If any of you have to work, if you guys have to do stuff, if you have to tend to the kids, if you have to cook, if you're Patch and you're making my cookies, I completely understand if you have to, lurk, if you have to BRB, um, that kind of stuff. And I kind of want to bring this up, and I forgot to bring it up the first couple times, but I am a type my whole word out, full sentence, period, two spaces after the period person. So if you ever type something in chat and you're using some acronym for something cool, I most likely will not know what it means. So if you ever, with the exception of like LOL, BRB, and I think IMO is, in my opinion, if that's right, whenever people use all these like acronyms for stuff or shortened, grammatically shortened ways of writing stuff, for the majority of the time I actually don't know what they mean. So if you write something like that in chat and I'm not responding, I don't actually know what they mean. So I'm not trying to ignore you. I just probably don't understand. And you know, if I get a chance, I'll ask if and I'll see. But feel free to educate me. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll remember, but feel free, to kind of say something to me, or not say something to me, but write it out for me. I'm old school that way. I'm kind of getting a little bit sad and disappointed on how some people, their simple writing skills is really going downhill because we no longer write anything out. We do those sorts of things, and not that it's not good because shorthand is shorthand, right? Yes, there is so many. Like sometimes when I see them, I'm like, I even say in chat, "Hold on, I'm gonna go Google that," because I don't know, and I definitely don't want to respond to someone when they're using an acronym and I respond incorrectly or offensively because I think I know what it means and I really don't know. You know, remember a long time ago, they were doing that thing where you got to learn how to do this complicated multiplication and fractions because are you going to have a calculator in your hand, on you all the time? Yes, yes, we will. we have a dictionary with us all the time. Not with all of us, with most of us. We have dictionaries, we have calculators, we have all that stuff. So it's one of my ways to preserve my writing skills, and I'm not the best writer. So, yep. Me too. You know, Baked, I actually sometimes what I'll have to do, I remember in my opinion, I remember the first time I really started seeing it in text messages with people. Not often, but when I started watching YouTube Live and Twitch, I would see that IMO. And they weren't capitalized, right? It wasn't capitalized. People would just type in lowercase letters. So the first time I'm thinking, okay, are they writing something incorrectly? Like maybe they were trying to spell something and I don't know, autocorrect, or they just typed in the wrong thing. So I did not know. And part of it is because I notice a lot of times now people don't even capitalize the acronyms. So sometimes I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be an acronym or someone is just typing a word incorrectly. So when I notice people were writing IMO in the beginning or the end of the sentence all the time, I started realizing that it meant something and I was not sure what it meant. And I was choosing not to look it up at that time because I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to get clever and learn these things and try to figure it out. So I did not look it up. And I think it was, I attempted to say it was one time Patch wrote something in Discord. And at that point, I've already watched Mr. Patch and Patch's stream so much. So her voice, like how she talks, her what would you call it? You know, just the kind of word patterns she would use and stuff, you know, was in my head. So I remember I was reading something out that she wrote, and she wrote blah, 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 and then she put IMO. And when I read it out to myself, and we'll just say, I like cookies, IMO. Or no, I think chocolate chip cookies are the best, IMO. And when I read it out loud to myself, and I read in Patch's word, in voice in my head, it said, "I think chocolate chip cookies are the best, IMO." And then all of a sudden it clicked to me, and I said, "Oh my gosh, does IMO mean in my opinion?" And then now, every time I had seen it, it was like all like, "Oh my god, that's what it means." And I was kind of glad. I was proud of myself for figuring it out and not actually looking it up. However, there are other times where people use acronyms, and it's in conversations where I cannot interact until I figure out what it means. So those are the times where I'll look it up. I'll look up what those acronyms mean. But, I'm not clever in that kind of way. Some people are clever and witty, and some people are funny, and some people are intuitive and whatever. I'm not clever, intuitive in that kind of way. When I see acronyms, it really doesn't, you know, it doesn't pop out to me what they're trying to say. So yeah, yeah. But it is funny because sometimes I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense, and I'm laughing to myself like, what are they trying to write? Did they autocorrect or something? You know. Yes. So I completely know what you're saying, Baked. I feel you. Yeah. So yeah. So this book I had worked on, made a long time ago, and I figure this will be one of the things that maybe I can actually do something with it because I made it without any intent. There are a couple pictures in here right now of different people that I wanted to include as part of the example. You think there are 3 bingos in the second stream? Oh, 3 of them? The first one was silent. Oh, perfect. Hold on. Let me write this down. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. The truck. Okay, so three. There was 3 of them. Goodness. Okay. So number 1 was. Oh my gosh! You even put the emote. Trucking, you're busy. Um, the second stream. The first one was silent with what did they call this one? Power to the people. Black Lives Matter. Um, so Black Lives Matter, and the second one was Patch with the ogre. Okay, now that is very familiar because I was like, ew, that's a ugly ogre. Um, ogre face. And number 3 was Patch again. Oh my gosh. Patch with The tarfu. What's the tarfu? Oh, I'm probably making the camera shake all kinds because this cord is wiggling around. Um, Patch with the tarfu. The tarfu. The tarfu. And then I will actually screenshot it. Right? I'm telling you guys, trucking, me and trucking, we mod on Sketchcraft Stream, and it's one of those things where I'm just like, wow, I didn't even see the stuff that we're banning. I didn't even know what's going on. Trucking's dropping like all kinds of stuff in our mod chat. I'm just like, huh? So confused. What's going on? Oh no. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops, I moved the chat away. Okay, let me screenshot the thing. Okay, here we go. I will screenshot the picture. So maybe I can print it out and we will save it as to stream to bingo. Yeah? Does that work for everybody? Like, you guys have a choice. I'm the one typing it in. Stream to bingo. Oh, look at that. Twitch told me, welcome back to my chat room. I accidentally went off of the stream. FYI. Because I'm just so good at this. Yeah, so good. Perfect. So we have this information. We can update our journal. Yeah, of course I want watermelon. I love watermelon. Watermelon's one of those things where if, you're on holiday, you're on vacation, you have a day, someone's cutting up watermelon, I will eat so much of it. If it tastes like, like it's that perfect tasting watermelon, I'll eat so much of it. But watermelon, is a lot of water and it makes you go pee a lot. So it's a lot of water I'm ingesting, but I love it. Yeah. So I know, we're so professional. Yeah, so we have we have our little pictures of people, and like I said, I kind of regret having put the picture directly on the book as opposed to a separate paper, because I have a tendency to want to move everything around so much, so I don't really know what to do. I might have to take this page, cut it apart, and make it into another page to put on a page, but that's okay. It's okay. And then the other one we were talking about is the page I hate that I made, because I ran out of time. I did it overnight before the day someone said, hey, I need like a crafting thing. Can you make me something to show as a display? And I said, yeah. So I made it really quick. So the last 2 pages I stopped and I have my ugly page. On the first stream, I had washi tape, polka dot washi tape on there. So I took it off because I really felt like the flow of it was throwing it off. It was a black and white washi tape. So I didn't really like it. And then what did we do? We also decided on stream that we were going to use this Go Ahead and Smile and make it into a pocket. So I trimmed it already because on stream I forgot to have my cutting chopper. So I know Sketchcraft isn't here, but me and her always, and not just me and her, but a lot of the crafters talk about their cutting supplies. So this, a long time ago, I remember people would ask, what is your favorite, or what is your most used, or what is your number one you can't live without craft supply tool. And mine is my small size. I don't know. I can say small size because some people have huge, like 12 by 12 guillotine chopper. So I've had this for a really long time. This is probably one of my oldest crafting tool. I probably have had this for maybe not 20 years. I've probably had it for at least 50, I don't know, maybe 20 years. Is there a date on it? No, there's no date on it. I've had this for a really long time. So this is my mini chopper. Some people have full on size, but I opted not to graduate to a larger size because I don't really have a space for it to go. Um, you know, uh, you can always nab some. Nab some what? Watermelon? Yes. Nab some professionalism. Always. Nab a mini guillotine chopper. Yes, because I do believe Fiskars still sells this. Yeah, but it's one of my favorite tools. I cannot live without. I love it. And even after all this time, the blade is still really sharp. I haven't cut myself on it in a very long time, but I didn't really cut badly, but I have a tendency to touch close to the blade, or the metal strip on it. Yeah, but I love it. And I was like, man, I gotta tell Sketchcraft about this because I had told her about this a long time ago because I know she's been wanting a guillotine chopper. But yeah, it's really small. It's lightweight because I know that's also a big concern whether or not your chopper is huge because the big ones are heavy. Um, yeah, mine is. It's really lightweight. It fits in a drawer, my little plastic drawer with my other tools. So I love it. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so I had to pre-cut it because on the other stream I forgot to. There you go. Put it away. I forgot to have it out. So, so that's that. So we can make our page. And this was the first page on there, and I just pulled it out of the. I pulled it out of the ribbon because most likely the ribbon was knotted and it's going to expand. So, and we're going to guess it's going to be right here. And I really would love to do an accordion kind of fold that I've seen Sketchcraft do and other people use to make an accordion pocket. However, I'm not going to do it for this one because this one we just want to get it done, right? We didn't intend on redoing the whole thing. We just want to add stuff to it. So we want to make sure we're going to tape the right places. So I'm just going to do a basic runner tape along the top, and I'm just going to not hit the very, very top line. And I think I'm going to go closer to the bottom. Now this is like a thing for me where, I am left-handed, and the way I write left-handed usually has a tendency to block the paper. So if for some reason anybody ever sees me blocking paper, let me know because I can write. I can alter my paper or my arm a certain way. I'm one of those that I can turn my paper sideways a little bit and write. So, and I'm still comfortable. So yeah, so we have a little pocket page now. So we can use that for this one. Ta-da! So this pretty much is going to be one of those things where it's going to become a little holder of little tiny journaling cards and stuff like that. I suppose it's all pretty much ATC size that's going to fit in here, And for those who aren't crafters, ATC, I think we kind of discussed it the first time, artist trading card. It's something that artists use as a way to express themselves and trade with other people, really like trading cards. Crafters started using it too. Paper crafting people started using it as well, as their way to express themselves. And I showed examples of that either in the second or maybe even the third. I mean the first or possibly the second stream. I don't remember, but that's okay. But yeah, we had made this pocket because I'm not a fan of the print here. But at least now there's something that is covering some of it, so I don't have to see, not my favorite print so much. And then if you have something in it, it further blocks the print. But yet it's still bold, right? It's like, hello. So that is that one. So that's that first page. I'm most likely going to have to add another washi tape to cover it. And part of it, I partially added the washi tape in the middle because the two hole punches here, it just kind of helps reinforce it. And I'll run the washi tape all the way down. But I haven't decided what color washi tape because I actually don't have a color to match what I like with this side and the other side. So that will be a thought on another day. So that's good. It's okay. Okay, so we have our first page done. One of the other ones that I wanted to do on here, which I'm not amazing at, and of course, I don't know if it's a practice thing or just I don't have the most steady hand, is I did want to put paper covering each pocket. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is put a paper in here, glue it down, and then I'm going to have to fussy cut it off, I think, because I know if I traced the paper, and cut it that way, I'm not very good at that. So I think the easiest way for me is to slide a paper in, glue it, and then fussy cut around. That would be my guess. Or X-Acto knife. Maybe if I put a mat under there and X-Acto knife cut it. That might even be better. Oh my gosh, you're going on vacation.